Hello students, welcome to Computerology IS Academy. So today we are going to discuss about the China's proposal to develop and construct dams on the lower reaches of Brahmaputra rivers. So recently the 14th five-year plan of China has been approved by its Senate, that is their parliament, which is a nominal parliament, just a rubber stamp, because whatever the decision is taken by the commune or the communist party, that is the decision of their parliament. That is quite obvious. So in the 14th five-year plan, what they have planned, they are going to achieve many things by 2035, in which they have one plan to be self-sufficient in energy sector, self-sufficient in irrigation sector, and these two are the major things which they are trying to achieve through harnessing various river valleys. Okay, and in this process they are going to construct a dam on lower Brahmaputra river. So let us see where the proposed dam is going to be constructed. Here it in the lower reaches of Brahmaputra river, they have proposed to construct a dam that will be of reservoir type of dam. Okay, so the Brahmaputra region originates here near the Mansarovar lake, and through Tibet it flows eastward, and here it is known as Yarlung Zangbo or Shangpo. Okay, so the Yarlung Zangbo or Shangpo means the purifier in the Tibetan language. So here already in the upper reaches of Brahmaputra river, there they have constructed several dams, and all of them are reservoir type of dams where they used to produce electricity, as well as they use their water to irrigate the land in the vicinity. Okay, but in the lower reaches, this region is also water deficit region, and also they need the water resources for the irrigation and agricultural purpose and other things. And also they are trying to populate this region. This region is scarcely populated, so though they want these regions to be populated and to harness the resources of this region. So here what happens, the Brahmaputra river takes a hairpin bend near Namcha Barwa, encircling the Namcha Barwa, and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh, and after that it forms a gorge here, and after that narrow gorge it enters the Assam plains. This is the region of Assam plains. Okay, and here the width of the plain, north south extent of the plains, is not large. It is around 75 to 150 kilometers. Okay, and this region is having a huge influx of water right from the north and the south. Many rivers debouches in this Brahmaputra valley. Already the Brahmaputra river is a large river. It brings too much of water, and thereafter the rivers like Dhansri, Subansri, Lomit, Kameng, Dihang, Dibang, etc. also brings huge amount of river from this Meghalaya Plateau region, Purvanchal region, and the Eastern Himalayan region. All these regions are drained towards the Brahmaputra valley. So already this region is having too much of water from Brahmaputra region, and thereafter they are also getting the water from these regions, these rivers flowing in the Brahmaputra valley, and this region is facing a devastating flood year on year. And if these reservoirs which are having too much of water already in them, and thereafter China is constructing here another dams, so because of this, if the water accommodating capacity of these dams is not so much that they can accommodate the water in the season when there is too much of water, that is the monsoon season, then what will happen, they will have to release the water from these dams, and these dams, if the water is released from these dams, then what will happen, in the downstream region there will be too much of water, And knowing the geographical condition of the Brahmaputra Valley in the Assam region, that is the northeast region, we know that there will be devastating floods. So these dams may act as a water bomb. So basically China is trying to treat India through the construction of dams so that it can use it at any adverse political conditions when it will do not have the cordial relations with India. Already we know that there was a conflict in the Doklam region. Doklam standoff was there 2 years ago. Thereafter there was the Pengong Tso Lake standoff. Here also they had breached the LAC, and thereafter there was a standoff which has recently been demilitarized after several rounds of commander level negotiations. And again China is going to take India on ransom because of these dams, and it is trying to encircle India by another method, because China is assertive with all its neighbors. China is threatening all its neighbors in the context of political assertion and the geopolitics. So basically Xi Jinping, he is assertive in the South China Sea, East China Sea with Taiwan and many other regions. So basically China is having border disputes with around 14 countries, but with the stand of India was reluctant to concede in front of China, and again China had to retreat both from Doklam and from the Pengong Tso region. So China is now trying to encircle India in different way, and again with this dam China can blackmail India, as China is reluctant to share the hydrological data with India. They are not sharing the hydrological data. India do not have any river water treaty with China, and China do not have any obligation to ensure the safety and the security of the people who are living in the vicinity of downstream of Brahmaputra. So China can take at ransom India anytime with the construction of these dams. So here what happens, again China is along with this in the 14th 5-year plan, along with these dams, China has planned a railway line from Lhasa to Chengdu. It is in Xinjiang province. So from Lhasa to Chengdu, this railway line will be of 1900 kilometers, and this railway line will run close to Indian border. Here you can see this is Arunachal Pradesh, which is disputed according to China, not but according to India. China says that it is the southeastern region of Tibet, which India refuses to accept, and this border line is not well demarcated on the ground. That because of this there is always a conflict between India and China. And here this is the railway station, that is Niangxi. This Niangxi region railway station is very close to Arunachal Pradesh border, and this may again will be a threat to Indian security and safety, as we know all that the railway lines are the most efficient and convenient way of transporting the goods and the military power, and because of this China will have an upper hand in the region, as it can transport its military personnel as well as the armory quite easily to the Indian border. So again this may be a matter of concern for India. So this 14th 5-year plan that Chinese parliament has already approved is going to be a big matter of concern for India because of the dam in the lower Brahmaputra river, and thereafter this Lhasa to Chengdu railway line. These two projects which are being mentioned in this 14th 5-year plan is going to be a matter of concern for India. So here we finish. Thank you very much. Do follow us on Facebook and Telegram. This is our Telegram channel and this is our website. You can visit for various courses on our website. Thank you very much. Have a good day.